Alright guys, going to record how I do a 115 in the weekly FM. I've done this with this current fleet, which I'll have the build, the Huggies link, in the description of the video. I've done it twice with 0 damage whatsoever. None. Not a scratch. I'll probably screw it up this time. But I just stack everything. No, you don't, I'm using 2 Zelos and 3 monos. And like I said, I'll put the build in the description. I'll come over here and get this cold snap first, and hopefully do as much as I can splash damage on that Drac carrier as I can. I just sit here. All the antis I've got on the 2 Zelos and on the monos, I don't have to worry about the arc missiles. The only thing I really try to avoid are the Drac carriers. There's a few times where you can't avoid them. You've got to engage them, and I haven't had any issues with the drones. I do feel like the new sprint countermeasure weapon it's so-so. I take it or leave it. The Trident does just a fine job if you have the Trident. I'm just splashing it out. I'm not directly engaging it at all. I'm just use what I can to splash it out. I do apologize for the jumpiness of the recording. For some reason, in the last couple of weeks, I've been getting some terrible lag. Terrible. Now with the Tridents and the Sprint, I don't have to worry about the cold snaps. I shoot all those down. The only issue I have with my current build, which I'm not 100% happy with, is the monos are just a tad slight faster than the Zelos in combat speed. So I'm just got to be careful and not let my monoliths get too far out in front. So I have to make short movements. And sometimes this gameplay is smooth, sometimes it's horribly jumpy, especially when I turn. So there may be a memory leak in the code somewhere about turning. Again, I'm just sitting here splashing, Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go down this wall to a certain point and swing out. I'm going to swing out and get this cluster and then work my way back. I just want to splash as much of this stuff right here out of it. That's good right there. Actually, I don't go here and work back. I engage that cold snap. But I just want to go around this Drac carrier if I can. Don't have to, you can, it works. If you directly engage it, it's just your chances of doing it completely damage free are a little tougher. So just engage the cold snap there. You'll splash the Drac out. Same here, and then we can engage this cluster. Alright. And we're going to try to do the same thing right here, except this gets a little hairy. You just got to be a little careful right here. We're going to engage that cold snap and hopefully splash that carrier out. But I'm going to take care of some of these buildings. If I don't do it now, I'll have to come back and get them. And how I finish the target, I don't come around here. So I want to get as many of these buildings out of the way as possible. So just swing around, take your time, make sure, like right here, I'm going to stop and let everything get stacked again and try to give that carrier a wide berth and engage that cold snap. Sometimes I can splash him out, sometimes I can't. He's kind of a long ways away. We got him. Alright, take care of this cold snap and halo missile. Now I'm going to come down here go down the edge of the screen, stay away from the mines. Stop about right there. Getting that torpedo tower should splash out the remaining 2 turrets right there. I squeeze between these 2 mines and go all the way to this corner of this platform. What I'm going to do is edge down this wall, engage that cold snap, and it'll splash that Drat carrier out. Just got to just ease up till you start firing. There we go. And we're going to ease down and get this cluster. Now, this may be a bit overkill, but I come and get this cluster. I come across. And then I come back to this point and go straight up this channel to that corner and get that carrier first. It may be a little overkill, but I mean it works for me. So and it gives me a chance. See how my monos are a little bit ahead of my Zelo, so it gives me a chance to kind of circle back here and regroup. Get everything back where it needs to be. Get it stacked. Of course, I'm coming up the wrong channel. Don't hit that mine. Okay, good. Just about came up the wrong channel. So, alright, here we go. I finally got it back on track here. Now I'm just going to come up and get that Garrett carrier. I mean, I'm shooting all the UAVs down. I'm not having a problem with the countering. So it's not an issue. And I just scoot over a little bit. Depending on how careful you are right here, guys, you can avoid this Drat carrier setting those UAVs off. You just have to get a little bit more over here in this corner. Alright. Now to take care of the middle, I get in this area about right here so that my remote mortar range is reaching at least this turret that's shrouded this building and surrounds all these. And then I go back to 1 Zelos, just my number 1 ship, press 1 on the keyboard, and I come straight up in this channel until my white line right here barely touches that building. Now it's going to touch this turret, but it's not going to activate it. So I'm just got my, as soon as I stop, and I just sit right here and kill that building. It'll unshroud all of those turrets. And just bump that right there. It should splash all those turrets out. Alright, then I just leave these boats sitting here. I'll bring the 1 Zelos. I'm going to bring it right in this area right here. And I'm going to kill all these turrets. Just be careful sneaking your way back through the mines. Now what I do, see this post right here coming down, when I get, you know, about in this area, I click at where that post meets the water. And my boat will go straight to the platform. And then once I'm basically beached on that platform, I have to click hit down in this area so my boat turns clockwise. And once it, well, it went turned the wrong way. This can happen, guys. You just got to play with this a little bit. I'm glad it happened. You just got to play with it a little bit until you start firing. There we go. Once it starts firing, you just press your down key and it'll stop, or it'll just, the boat will stop and you'll just sit there and fire, and you'll splash all those out. And there it is. Now I don't think I got hit with a single projectile at all. I should have 0 damage anywhere. No damage. So 300,000 points, 0 damage, and go back and dump my res and rinse and repeat. Alright guys, I hope that helps.